there has been no relief for Lalu Yadav in the fodder scam. That basically sums up the story. The Supreme Court has pronounced its verdict on a plea by the CBI challenging the dropping of conspiracy charges against the former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav by the Jharkhand High Court in one of the fodder scam cases. Giving no relief to Lalu Yadav, the Supreme Court ordered the separate trial of each offence. What is the background of this case? Remember, on the 20th of April, the Apex Court had said that it will continue hearing the plea filed by the CBI against the Jharkhand High Court order that quashed one of the FIRs against Lalu and the others related to the fodder scam case. Let's go across to Siddharth Pandey. He's following this story. Siddharth, first and foremost, take us through what happened in court, and importantly, has the court given us any timeline by which time this trial has to begin and has to wind up by?
Well, indeed, the court has given a timeline saying that trial has to be complete within 9 months. So a big setback for Lalu Prasad and the others who got relief from the Jharkhand High Court, but the Supreme Court today reinstating those charges. They will have to now stand trial in this instance of the fodder scam as well. And the Supreme Court has now said that the trial has to be completed within 9 months. So in fact, that's the deadline that the Supreme Court has said. The Supreme Court also observing that double jeopardy does not apply in this case. Do remember Lalu Prasad's lawyer, senior lawyer Ram Jethmalani had said and argued before the court saying that he's already been tried in the fodder scam and therefore a fresh trial, another trial cannot take place. The CBI, of course, arguing differently, saying that these are different instances, all linked and all part of the fodder scam. The Supreme Court agreeing with the CBI and saying that those charges be reinstated and the trial will now recommence against Lalu Prasad Yadav and the others. The timeline has been set, 9 months in which the trial has to be complete. The scam, of course, relates to roughly 1,000 crores, which was allegedly stolen, in fact, from the treasury. Fake receipts were given to withdraw money meant for purchase of fodder for animals in Bihar during Lalu Prasad Yadav's tenure as Chief Minister of Bihar in the 1990s. And in fact, following which he and others were actually convicted in one of the 6 FIRs that were filed against him, as a result of which he had to step down as a member of parliament. In fact, he was barred from holding that office. It's going to have political repercussions as well, but definitely a big setback for Lalu Prasad and the others, because now in this instance, also another instance of the fodder scam, they will also have to stand trial. That's what the Supreme Court has said, and their fate will be known in 9 months. That's the deadline set by the Supreme Court.
And so that you touched on this, the fact that he's already a convict in one of the fodder trial cases, and since the evidence is the same in that case and this case that's going to go to trial, it seems like he really is up against a big wall here.
Well, definitely. The fact is that the CBI has managed to prove its case in court, in the trial court, and that is why Lalu Prasad Yadav was convicted. He's, of course, out on bail, and in fact, he's appealed that conviction. But having said that, the CBI already has managed to prove its case against him and the others. This case, of course, there are 6 different FIRs that were filed against him. This will be now the second case that will be taken up once again. It obviously spells trouble for him, because the other cases also then will obviously gather steam. So, in fact, the CBI making the case that while all of this, of course, linked with the fodder scam, there were different cities, there were different divisions from which money was withdrawn, and therefore they have filed those separate FIRs, and that means that he will have to stand trial in all those separate instances. It's not just one case that he'll be clubbed under, and that's the distinction that the CBI made, and that's the distinction the Supreme Court has also agreed with. He's already been convicted in one of those 6 cases. He will now have to face the law as far as the second case is concerned, and his fate, as I said, will be known within 9 months. That's the time frame that the Supreme Court has set for the completion of trial against him and others.